Hello, guys. Welcome to another exciting episode of Baby Podcast. Today, I have amazing guests in the studio today. Today, we are discussing renting Wahala in Accra. So, on my immediate right is,
Stephen Akpesiri.
and then on my left is
Sandra Ofoegbu.
the beautiful Sandra. Welcome.
Thank you.
Charlie.
You know say handsome.
Oh, was you? Sorry. Handsome Akpese.
Give me some compliments.
I don't know if you find like that. Why are you all jealous?
All right, today I'll be renting Wahala. And I'm so excited about the topic because I really want to hear about a lot of things, probably solutions or why certain things are happening. And then since we have Sandra with us,
Okay.
I know
So you both are going to attack me today.
it's not like an attack, but we just want to know,
Yeah, like renting Wahala, since you are working in the estate,
Okay.
the real estate industry.
Okay, so shoot.
In fact, the world should even know what you do.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what's the question? What
What do you do? What do you do?
what
Like,
do you do? Like,
Okay. All right. So I'm a real estate broker. It's Ghana bound. So here we bring the buyer and the buyer and the owners together
okay,
to make the deal.
so you're like the
Yes.
agent.
like an agent.
Yes, but we call it broker. Actually, we don't want. I'm not an agent because there's.
So the agent is still local.
Okay, it's
Please,
local.
no,
Okay.
they have agents and they are agents and they are brokers, please. So thank you very much. I'm not an agent.
So why is it so expensive in modern Ghana to even afford an apartment? An average Ghanaian cannot even afford an apartment.
Oh, when you say an average Ghanaian, who are we looking at?
Like
Ah.
and a salary like 1,000 cities.
Oh,
Maybe you cut your coat according to your size.
exactly.
You have to be in a comfortable like area where you should be able to afford.
And cut your coat. But even my own issue self is not even about that one. No. But maybe she will answer first.
Okay, let me answer this. Then you bring your own issue. So first of all, like he said, you cut your clothes according to your size, right? And we know that East Legon and which place you like call now?
Shaima.
And Ashaman. There are two different places for two different categories of people in the society. So if you cannot afford East Legon, you go where? You go to Ashaman. If I build my house as a landlord and I say, okay, this is my target audience, and I place my price at a certain level, and you know that you can afford Ashaman, you would be looking, or I know it's dream big, but yes, you have to cut your clothes, like you said. You cannot be looking up to me that I have priced my house for a certain standard of people, because I know how much I have invested into my building to be able to get that, to be able to wait and await that return. You get it? Okay. While someone who has built his or her house in Ashaman knows the value of the land he or she bought compared to East Legon and has built, we're not looking at the building now itself, it's the value of the land that differentiates the price.
Okay.
Do you get it? Because a beautiful house can be in Ashaman, but still costs very low. So while you that have built your house in Ashaman will not be expecting the same price as someone who has built his house in East Legon, because the value and the cost which has gone into that building is way lesser than East Legon. So
because if cement price, they all buy the same cement.
that's why I said the
Probably the value of the
land.
land. That's
The
what
value
she
of the
said.
land. It's not the building that is selling, it's the land.
It's the land that is even
Yes. Location is, yes, exactly.
you're renting.
Yeah, but do you broke houses? Is that a right English, or I don't want to call you an agent. So but do you do yeah, you are a real estate broker.
Yeah.
So is it just for luxury, or let me say for the rich, or you also do the middle class and the low class kind of broking?
I'm going to answer you very sincerely.
Okay.
I'm not a broker for all.
Okay.
You can't come with me. You can't come to me with 1,005 budget. I'll tell you, sorry, we don't do. That is my company.
Oh, 1,005 for a rent.
You don't.
So to you, let me ask you a question. Let's say Chamber or self-contained Accra. How much do I need to get before, averagely,
Averagely, it still boils down to
your location?
what you want as a person and what you have. You can't have small money and be wanting what big people can afford. It is simple. It's life.
Like,
But-
we are just like
No, another thing I'm even bothered
No.
about. One of the things I'm bothered about is the increment of the prices.
We'll go into that.
Yeah,
We'll come into
so-
that, right? We'll come into that. But definitely, you're telling me now that how much do you need
Yes.
as a person? So now, here's the first step that before you come, okay, so let's say you come to me as a client and say, Sandra, I am looking for a house, right? I would ask you for rental or for purchase. You tell me, oh, for rental. Is rental we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Oh, for rental. I'll say, okay, please, what's your budget?
Okay.
Do you get it? Now, that question meaning that I need to know where to place you. So when you go about, give me a budget, please.
like maybe 1,000 cities.
1,000 cities, I won't mind you. But I would not just wear you off. I'll tell you, oh, I could recommend you to someone who would be able to provide that
your budget.
for you, because I don't deal on 1,000 cities and co, because that's not our target market.
They're renting for Ghana here.
Do you get it? But if you're now asking me, oh, your budget is 1,000 cities, you want a house that I have listed on our website, can't we price it down? It is not possible. Because now there are people who have built houses based off your demand. So you have to go to where your demand is.
Okay. Now, I've lived in this house for probably a year or two. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. Maybe the dollar just shoot up. And it's not that they bought new cement. It's not that they bought new cement or they bought new sand or something. But all of a sudden, landlord will just come say, oh, we've increased. And sometimes it's like more than 100%, or like of maybe you were paying 1,000 cedis. The landlord can just come and say, oh, now it's 2,000 cedis.
So very soon there'll be the regulations are not being followed. So let me start with that. The regulations are not being followed, but very soon there'll be a whole lot of people who will be taken out of the real estate room. Let's just use it like that, right? Because a whole lot of them are not. There's this association called Garib. You get it? So Garib they have set out rules where.
This was the meaning of Garib. Is it an initial or just?
Yeah, it's an initial for Ghana Real Estate Brokers Association. Okay. Yes. So that association, we have regulations that have been set by the government to regulate whatsoever activities goes on within the real estate family. Do you get it? The business itself. So not just anyone can now do anything they want to. But for now, they are not following the acts and the rules that have been. So landlords decide to, oh, I've spent my money on this house and I feel that the economy is becoming bad. Let me increase this rent.
So that means those things, so that means it's wrong?
Yes, it's wrong because it affects everyone, including me. I rent too. It affects everyone because your landlord cannot just wake up on money based off choice and decide to my salary is not being increased. My, the water I'm drinking, they're not giving me anything for free, right? Yeah. So I'm still suffering the same thing, the same way the landlord is suffering on his own end, but he will still wake up and do what he pleases. So that one, we cannot tell them what to do for now. Or else, no, for now we can't because they are not following the rules, but for now we can't do nothing.
So that it's a policy issue.
It's a policy issue, but they're not following
there should be a need.
Yes, there should be an enforcement, exactly. But now they are not following it. It's just like saying, okay, I think you soon dive into that. So let me slow down.
No, why? Like
another question I'm also wanting to ask is about renting. Sometimes you go to rent in Accra, or you won't even do anything concerning real estate, and you are being charged in dollars. Why do people charge in dollars here, like in Accra? You want to rent somewhere? Okay, so
I'm going to answer based off sales, not renting first. Because the value of money today is not the value of money tomorrow, right? Okay. And in order for them to meet the bridge between the time frame in which their property has stayed, they would have to put it at a certain price so they don't lose. You get it? Let's say 1,500. Okay. I'm renting my house at 1,500 per night. 1,500 is too much. Let's say 100,000 cedis, which is approximately $100 to
$100.
$80. Do you get it? So let's say that's per night. And this house, no one is furnished, mind you, right? So the houses that are being rated in dollars are usually furnished.
Furnished, okay.
Fully furnished.
Fully furnished apartments. Some of them, while some of them are in dollars and they're not furnished, are in areas like, let's say, East Legon, Cantonment, and all of those places, because their properties cannot just be lying there without value. Now, when you come and rent, they'll bill you $3,000 a month. You pay. Now, you've paid for the values that we've not paid. You get it? Then when you're gone, there will be a period of time where it will be empty. So it's just based off the value of the property, either ways, and time. So the money, amount of money today is not the same as the money tomorrow. So everything still boils down to currency.
But
even when
in Ghana, you're not supposed to charge in dollars. So why is it that businesses, some rentals, they charge in dollars?
That's why it's still, you still have to cut your cloth according to where, because they know their target market.
Yeah. So it's for the diaspora who comes in. But
I am not going to state so that I won't.
Because we live in Ghana and then we use
yes.
CDs.
Everyone would complain, right? Everybody would complain as long as you're spending. So you cannot be earning CDs and wanting to rent in CDs, right? And wanting to rent in dollars.
Yeah,
how much CDs would you gather to rent in dollars? So definitely we should already know the target market for that reason.
But that one is even
in Ghana, or in Accra,
It's
or in
costing
Accra,
more.
or not in America.
even causing
though.
more inflation. Because see the number, the amount of CDs you have to put together
To get a dollar.
To get a dollar.
But
Even
some-
$1.
Yes, that's why some people are not paying it, and some people will say, no, what are the local Ghanaians paying? I want to pay. Then you tell them, okay, if you're ready to pay what the local Ghanaians are paying, you'll be ready to suffer what the local Ghanaians are suffering. Because let's say some of those apartments that are being priced in dollars have generators. And they run based off services, right? Some of them have amenities like swimming pool. They have a very good environment. You get it? Gym. No, but if you want to pay what the regular Ghanaian is paying, you go to a nice place, simple, nice place with a nice, there are nice apartments that are being priced in CDs, 2,005, 3,000 a month. And they are nice too, but you will not find generators there, would you?
No, you won't.
Exactly. You would not find swimming pools and any amenities there, would you? No. So they are paying for what they are getting. You're paying for the luxury life. If you want to live like the rich, you
Well,
spend
probably
like
not, well, for me, I'm not even talking about the luxury.
The luxury aspect.
I'm not even
is
talking
at
about
least
the
where you
rich
should
and
lay
all-
your head shouldn't even cost you that much.
It's not costing
Depending
you.
on, because
It's not costing us that much. It's costing the people who see it as nothing that much. Because what you see as expensive may seem as change to another person. So if they can target that audience and they come and be like, oh, this is okay, because they are calculating the money in their own currency. So it's easy for them to...
As a real estate broker, what do you think? Do you think there's a solution, or do you think this is how it's going to continue? Do you think that probably the policy will change? Because in other places, even in other African countries, you don't pay in dollars. You use your local currency to do any kind of business, right, including real estate or buying of houses and all of that.
It's going to continue. I'm going to say for now, yes.
So no solution.
Because the regulations are not being followed yet, and nothing has been set for these people to listen and be like, oh, don't price your property in dollars, because it's affecting everyone. Because if someone is paying that amount of money in dollars, talk more of the CDs market will increase, because they are going to be comparing, oh, my property is nicer than this. Why don't I increase the CDs rate while this is priced in dollars? But that is the benefit of a building. That is the benefit of your investment. With time, the value of your investment would appreciate. Exactly. No, it's appreciating based. So it's either he takes you out and re-rent it at the same price, or you remain there and you pay the amount. If you can't afford it, you go. It's simple. I'm just being direct.
But do you also know that that's making a lot of people homeless, especially in Accra?
See, in Accra, a lot of people are homeless because they can't afford the standard of living. Accra is expensive. Then you go to the outskirts. There are a lot of places where houses are cheap. Even some people in the diaspora, when they call, they want to buy houses or even rent, they'll tell you, oh, I don't mind anywhere a little bit at the outskirts of the city.
Okay.
because they need it to be what? Affordable. And now with that range, you cannot be telling them that you're going to give them in dollars, because at that point in time, those outskirts, right, they're not being priced in dollars. Or else maybe you're buying something or you're getting something on the beach side, yes. Because we know that those are places where tourists usually go to. So that in that situation, the prices would be in dollars. But aside from that, normal rentals, I don't mind. I don't mind anywhere. I'm just cool with this environment. While some of them will come with specific demands. I want a place where the road is tiled, access to the middle of the mall, blah, 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 blah. My dear, you pay the money for that.
You have to come to town.
Exactly, you have to
that
come to
means
town.
for you to rent in Accra, you have to come with a lot of money.
Even when you are earning in cities, because you are also earning in
A
Accra.
whole lot of people are earning in cities and still able to afford those dollar prices. Do you know that?
How do they do it?
How do they do it? Those are the big fish in. There's money in Ghana. People, they get money.
I'll believe, because it's coming from a real estate broker.
Do you get it?
So you sell a lot of houses. So I mean, you can
So some
tell
of them,
people
they have the
money.
money. They do. But while majority of the people who afford those houses are the diasporas who have come.
Okay.
Do you get it? Or maybe the Ghanaians that are not living in Ghana.
So let me get this clear. So it means a typical Ghanaian living in Ghana cannot afford Accra life.
It's difficult. They can.
So a typical Ghanaian living in Ghana cannot afford Accra living.
Accra living.
Is that what you're saying?
When we say Accra, we have to say, okay, these are the locations we are looking at.
Accra is Accra. Even where we are is Accra.
In Accra.
Okay,
Where we are is
but
Accra.
you're living in Accra.
Yes.
Are you not? Ashaman.
No, Ashama is not Accra.
Ashama
I've been to
is Greater
Ashama.
Accra.
It's
I've been to Ashama.
So where are we looking at?
We are
So we're
looking
looking
at
at
Accra.
Spintex. We're looking at Spintex.
We are looking at the capital city.
No, we're looking at Spintex, right? Let's say we're looking at Spintex. Let's say
East Legon.
East
Legon is Accra.
East Legon, usually most of
Or
the houses are priced in
Jolu. Let's say
dollars.
Jolu.
Okay, let's say
Lakeside.
Jolu. So
Yeah.
right now, some of the houses now in Jolu and Achimota, they are now being priced in dollars. But before, it wasn't like that.
Okay.
They were usually just cities. But you will still find cities markets. Yes, you will still find cities markets.
Which will still cost you.
At least you'll be looking at, for a 2-bedroom, you'll be looking at 253,000.
And then how much are you ending?
But look at it. Go to Kaswa. No, not Kaswa. Wager. It's still the same amount. For a regular 2-bedroom house. 2,000, 2,005 a month. And you'll be wondering, why?
All this traffic.
Do you get it? So you're not... it's not
No,
even a matter of Accra.
As a real estate broker, I really want to be clear. So that even our viewers will also know. Because people are also watching us from. So I also want to really be clear. Are you saying that a typical Ghanaian living in Ghana cannot afford Accra living, earning in cedis? A Ghanaian earning in cedis cannot afford the life in Accra or living in Accra.
We are still saying the same thing.
Same thing.
So your answer is yes.
No, I'm not saying yes. Wait, I am not saying I am not saying yes, but we are still saying the same thing in the sense that if your salary is 2,000 a month, 1,800 cedis a month, what are you looking for in the middle of East Legon?
No, because you are probably earning more when you are living in Accra. If you are living in other places, you will not even be earning up to that amount. So you get more money when you are living in Accra.
So now what we are supposed to be looking at is we're supposed to be saying, okay, let these companies increase their salaries so that they can
how much?
move closer to
You and I know that it's not possible. You and I know that it's almost impossible for...
That one is true, but
uh-huh.
either ways, there are some. That's why the locations differ, and I can understand from a regular Ghanaian who's earning to live at the outskirts, which is very far away from where their working environment is.
Of Accra, it will cost you in terms of
transportation.
That's what I'm saying. It's good because now
imagine
you're going
you living in
spend,
Kaswa.
So exactly,
You have to cross,
and you are working in
Tema.
Exactly. You see, now your transportation hasn't covered up the rents that you're supposed to just top up and pay.
Be true.
But maybe you are not getting that one immediately. Another thing again is why do landlords always want 2 years rent in advance?
Okay.
Why not 6 months? Or maybe why not taking it?
Is there any policy that guides any of these?
There is actually an act. There's an act that states that landlords should take 2 months, even a month. Yes, That's for short lets, you take 1 month or 2 months. For long lease, you take 6 months. But here is the thing. The regulations are not being followed. But it is there, so you can actually sue your landlord for that.
Hey,
Yes, it is
where
there.
you go work?
Where go work?
But let me
Somebody will
let
give
me sound like a typical let me sound like the landlord now, right? From the landlord's perspective, if I'm going to be thinking like them, this is what they imagine. Oh, let us take the money once and rest. Do you get it? While you stay in the house. Now they've taken their money because they don't want to disturb you for rent for 1 year.
Oh, disturb
or
me
2
for
years.
rent for a month. Once the moon
That
dies,
is what the
come
local.
for your
That's
money.
why some of these apartments they will tell you. Yes, now looking at it, the expensive areas take 6 months. Yes. So if you're dealing with brokers like us, and we tell you, okay, this house is for long lease, and you tell us, okay, can I do 6 months? 6 months? Yes, most definitely, because we are under the act. We are following the rules, regardless of it. So you definitely you can hold us accountable for not following the rules. Do you get it? But if you meet a regular agent, like for example, let me even use this scenario. My friend rented a shop, right? I helped her out, but I was not the broker. I was just a friend following her. And the woman said, he needs to pay this. I'm like, madam, but that's not how it's done.
Okay.
Now, a local agent is the one who's dealing on that. But I'm just there and I'm like, okay. My friend is looking at me like, guy, this is the streets.
It's not the corporate that he knows.
You get it? Yeah. This is the streets. But the only thing I can tell them is when they are doing something that is not favoring her, I can stand. Okay. But aside from that, these people, they know how they get their way and get their things done.
So even the local agent, the ones, is there any association or is there any authority backing them?
No.
See, for you to
so there are no authorities backing the agents.
No authority backing them.
They are not under any.
The local agent,
they
like
are
the
not,
one before
they are
you
not
get
registered under any association.
They go take you go see one house. If
So
you pay 100.
Then you
if the place costs 100.
So why landlords why do landlords give their houses to agents?
Okay. Because it's just like a broker. The agent will help you get source for people, right? So an agent is someone who walks on the street, looks at the house, and let's say you are a landlord. I go, hey, Oga, can I be the agent to your house, right? I'll get you people. Don't worry. Now it's how they do. Now they will, by their own. Funny enough, they are after the peanuts before they're able to finish up the. Those people, they don't sign contracts that you pay them.
There's no contract.
All of those things, they don't do all of those processes. You don't do all of those. They collect money and they go. But we don't do like that. Before I take 1 CD from you, it must be accounted for. Like my company, we don't charge for viewing.
Okay.
You see, no matter how many, I'll tell you, okay, you want to rent a place, I'll give you 4 options. Now, my money is what is going. That's the difference. An agent, you pay for an agent's transport. Me, you won't pay. I pay my bills.
I see.
Until you take your house, and I'm ready that you're satisfied, then whosoever it is, if it's the landlord who's paying, the landlord would pay. If you're the one paying, you would pay. So we're always very clear. We don't take money from the landlord and we take from the owner. So you see that one party is paying or both parties are paying, but they must know that both parties are paying.
Okay.
Interesting.
Any last few words?
For me, I know if we had time, we would have talked a lot. I mean, because there are a lot of things to actually say, but it's quite an interesting conversation, and I've learned a lot too. So, thank you, Sandra, for showing up and empowering.
Oh yes, I'm going to be very delighted to be here. Oh, I don't know what to say.
She just got her clothes according to you.
Yes, please. The last advice I'll just say is, if you want to live a big man life. No, cut your clothes according to size. Let me not be. But at the same time, if you want to live the life of the luxury, you can as well live it from any location.
Okay.
Do you get it? Luxury is how you see it. Luxury does not determine where you live. Because if we're all young people and I'm paying a rent of a certain amount, how much do I want to save up to build my own house?
True.
So this life, now wisdom will take the liver. So that's going to be my last word. Just cut your clothes according to your size and mind how you live. If you want to live a life of luxury, treat yourself according to your own lifestyle.
Mind how you live. You can go to any location and find yourself a suitable place to just lay your head. Thank you for watching. And then please don't forget, like, share, and then comment.
Subscribe.
Please don't forget to hit the subscribe
Subscribe
button. Thank you. Peace. We out.